Hello everybody, my name's Ryan and I'm a driving instructor, and today the DVSA again. So today the DVSA again. Before we go any further though, subscribe, comment and like. So the DVSA, what have they done? I've been getting a few comments lately on a couple of different videos that I put on, test routes mainly, and on these comments it was saying that I tried to book a test and I'm getting 10 weeks or 12 weeks or 14 weeks. I'm like, yeah, I've been hearing this for a while and I've been booking some of my own pupils as well, and I'm finding the same thing. I was getting kind of their target, the DVSA's target, remember that from ages ago, was 4 to 6 weeks. In Blythe, it's now getting towards 14 weeks, which is 3.5 months. People have been, it's the 1st of July, it's the 2nd of July, it's Tuesday, I film it, put it out on Friday. 2nd of July today, so that's all of July, all of August, all of September, and a little bit of October. That's when they're getting tests. I thought it was isolated to Blythe, thinking, oh, maybe loads of people are just booking tests, so maybe there's been a bit of a glut in fails and stuff like that. But, well, since they haven't published any figures, we don't 100% really know what the figures are anymore. I've not seen any figures published for ages. All I can do is go on my stats, which says that I'm getting an average of 55% pass rate. Don't mind saying that I've got an average of 55. It's not about necessarily pass rate at the end of the day. It's about understanding your pupils' wants and needs and providing them with a service and confidence enough to go for a driving test. Not everybody's going to pass. We know this. Even with the best will in the world, not everybody's going to pass. First time. With 0 mark, it's impossible. You always get that little bit of traffic or something that's happened, or a bike's gone the wrong way, or somebody's overtaken you on the wrong side. You'll always get something where somebody has unintentionally failed a driving test through somebody else's actions, or they've gone the wrong way and accidentally made a mistake, gone in the wrong lane and not really thought it through. It happens all the time. You can't blame pupils for that. That's not a pupil thing. That's just their test going wrong. So if the pass rate's about the same, why is they changed the rules on the 31st of March. Remember that email that we were working on and I said I would keep an eye on it? Well, this is this video. How have they done? Well, since they reassigned everybody, the waiting time has significantly increased. And I thought this was just Blythe. Maybe a little bit in Gosforth. They're chucking in 9 tests every test slot, so maybe not so much at Gosforth. But I've noticed in other areas. I've noticed south of Leicester again, very limited in most test centres in the south, getting sort of 4 or 5 month waiting lists again. Got one person who said, oh, I'd love to do a test. Can I do a test in Gosforth? Yeah. Where do you live? I live in London. Right. Well, yeah. Oh, no, actually, I do live in Newcastle. It's just I work in London and I'm there most of the time. But I said, well, what's going to happen? Oh, well, I'm off for 4 weeks. Can I do a load? They've done tests before and just failed and just been unlucky. Just looking for a driving test and looking for some tuition September, October time. Fine, book one. Went to book one, couldn't get a driving test. In the south, went to book one up here, barely got October. Now, whether they decide to go ahead with that test or not, I don't know. I am discovering a lot of cancellations. And in those cancellations, what's happening is we're getting that you can change it to this cancellation and the DVSA reset it and nobody knows why. It's happened a couple of times now. I've even changed it on the booking service, on the approved driving instructor portal, and I've changed one and it got rejected. I got an email saying, oh, your change has been rejected. And I was like, that can't be right. Something wrong here. But whatever is happening is happening. Probably the reassignment of people, a lack of examiners again. I know that they took on And I know that the deadline for this was Wednesday just gone, so that was the 3rd, or was it the 4th of July, that those applications to be a driving examiner has now closed, and there's no more applications. So obviously there must be something somewhere that's still increasing it. And I know the DVSA's got this thing about, well, we must make everybody pass first time, and you should make sure everybody's ready, and you should do this, and you should do that. A very finger pointing. You, Mr. Instructor, you must do it right. I don't quite know what's happened. I do know there has been quite a big delay with Part 3, Part 2 tests for new approved driving instructors. I do know there is a significant waiting list for standards checks. Mine obviously was last December. I've been 6 months out. I kind of expect to hear back at this coming December again, 1 year on, because my stat is low on what they expect their pass rate to be, which is 60%. I know that. I feel that probably won't happen, because my badge renewal is in July next year. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. I think I'll be left alone for a little bit. There's nothing wrong with understanding stats, but it's more frustrating that it's 2024, July 2024, getting into August 2024, 4 years after the first lockdown. Actually, after the first lockdown, it wasn't that terrible, actually. It was only when the second and third lockdowns come into effect that there was a problem with booking a driving test. Theory tests are not terrible at the minute. Somebody said about 3 or 4 weeks. But for some reason, they've just increased. Tell us what you think about what's happening. Tell us what you think about the DVSA. You've probably just seen on the bottom there what the waiting time is right now. I'll flick through quite a few of them. Last time out, I applauded the work that they'd done to get the waiting list down when they'd reassigned everybody. But all that hard work looks like it's gone, and we're back to square one, the same as what it was in kind of let's say of the middle of 2022-23 time, early 23. We're at that point again. And remember what happened last time? 6 months waiting lists. It's not because people are failing, it's because they've got a lack of plan to reduce these waiting times. And again, they finger point everybody else but themselves. I don't know. We've got an election. Oh, we just had the election because you're watching this on Friday. Got an election. Will somebody kick somebody's ass? Don't really know. Don't know what's going to happen in the civil service with regard to the DVSA. Could be quite interesting. It could be make it worse. I don't really know. I know it's come up in Parliament a number of times. Anyway, quick one this week. A few edits because I've had loads of cars going past. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Just loads of cars. What's going on? I'm in a quiet bit of road as well.